Hey guys, welcome to the MindXMuscle Podcast. It's Elinor,
And Nikki.
and today we have a fun little episode where it's just me and Nikki, and we're gonna yap. I know you guys like these sessions because I get messages that you guys like when we just yap.
Yeah, and we just get into the most random topics, but it turns out to be such a great episode. I'll
Um,
just say to everyone, McDonald's coffee is actually very underrated. We were doing errands this morning and we stopped for coffee and I was like, let's get McDonald's, like the McCafe coffee or whatever.
yeah,
$5, but for $5 a coffee, I'm just not down all the time. Honestly, McDonald's coffee is really good. So if anyone hasn't tried,
it is, and it got bought by it used to be Tim Hortons coffee, but it got bought by McDonald's, so that's why it tastes so much better. But you were saying Starbucks? Girl, Starbucks now has a salted caramel that's sugar-free.
I know I have not tried it yet. I actually got an Americano yesterday and I didn't even get caramel in it.
So I got it, but it's so sweet, so I got half. I don't like the syrups, so I just got half of the sugar-free syrup, but it's so sweet and it's so good.
I'm really weird when it comes to those artificial sweeteners. Like some of it's
Mhm.
good, but if you have a full pump of it or too much, it literally tastes like you're drinking batteries.
Yes.
Like if you put too much, you can't taste the caramel. So I'm the same.
Mm-mm. But I kinda wanna hear, 'cause how's prep going? How many weeks out are you now?
Today is Saturday, so 15 weeks today.
Okay, we're
It's
grooving.
we're grooving. Well, technically we're already 2 months in. So ish.
Did you did you start at 24 weeks?
We started well right after Christmas. Like I had my Christmas dinner and then we were right on right on to shit. So maybe, yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I feel like I'm in prep all the time, no matter what, even if something, so maybe it feels longer. I don't know. But
You're
either
getting
way, hit 3 new lows this week. He finally changed things. After 9 weeks on the same plan, I was consistently dropping 1 to 1.5 a week. And then I think last week I only dropped half a pound, but I was still averaging like the lower weight from the week prior. In my check-in, I was like, "Can we kinda, like, ramp things up a little bit? Like, when are we gonna change things?" I don't know, I just felt like I felt, like, a little bit stagnant. I was like, "Oh, like" I was just overthinking. I'm like, "But we still have so much time." So he increased cardio, it's at 35 minutes now, still 6 days a week only, and
35.
yeah.
So are you doing it fasted now?
No. I did it a few times post-workout. I know that's gonna get old because it takes especially after a leg day, it takes a long time, especially if I'm posing too. So there's a gym down the street from my house that I'll actually looked into it today. I'm going to sign up probably today. And they have tanning and they have a hydro massage and there's a stairmaster there and it's just really dead there. And it's down the street. So I'm going to sign up and start doing fasted there, even just go train up here, pose, and then go there and do cardio or something. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Okay. That's not bad. Still have 2 options, and I feel like at the end of prep where you're kinda just gonna wanna do your own thing, not talk to anyone, it's gonna be easier when you don't know anyone at that gym.
Yeah. And then in the spring, like when the weather gets nicer, I can walk there. It's like a 10-minute walk.
Oh my god, extra steps.
Exactly.
And like we talked about with the Tom episode, you need to, reduce your cortisol right after a workout, so that would be perfect for you, especially if you're doing, high intensity Stairmaster session.
Mhm. And even on the days, like I wouldn't do legs there at this gym, but I would do an upper body day. Like that's no problem. So even on the days where I don't want to go into the gym or like I just want one of those quieter days, I can just go there, train upper, do my cardio. I probably still pose there too because there's a big studio. But I don't know, it's one of those like corporate gyms that probably will not be the happiest if you pose there. So
No, they'll probably yell at you for being in a bikini or wearing heels.
Like your LA Fitness experience?
Good life, my good life experience. Upset, it's fine. Actually, I could even talk about this. Right before I moved from from Newmarket to Barrie, I worked at this Good Life for like 3 years, and then I worked with the company for 5, and I was posing, and I've been consistently posing, and this woman came up to me, and she basically told me I was disgusting 3 days before I moved to Barrie, and she said that it's disgusting how I'm in a bikini posing in a studio. Take in, there was literally nobody but me and her in that studio, and I've gotten, like, questions, but I've never had anyone come up and approach me and tell me I'm gross because I'm wearing a bikini in a gym. And I'm in a corner, so that's kinda why I was very surprised, whereas another female would come up to another girl and tell her that, but they asked me not to do it again, and I did it again, and then
But
I
yeah,
got
you're
to the
to them. What were they to say?
yeah, like, I got a call from the manager, which I knew the manager because she used to be my manager, and I told her, like, "There are no rules on, shoes." She's like, "You actually can't wear heels." I
Even
was
in
like,
this,
"What?" Yeah. So she said, like, "You have to wear gym." I was like, "Okay." So, like, the people that come in here in flip-flops, she's like, "No one comes in here in with flip-flops." I go, "Actually, like, I wear Crocs to the gym." So, I don't know I don't know
you
what
were
you're saying.
out.
But yeah, uh, that's all to say, I feel like that commercial gym is gonna either be that or they're not gonna care. Because some commercial gyms are just like, "Just do your thing. Just don't bother other people and you're good."
And it's like I signed a liability form. Oh, there's things like they try to save their ass on, and it's like that's why they try to push the shoe thing. Because I know I train at a Good Life when I go home to visit my family, like in my hometown. I've never heard them say you have to wear shoes because I always take mine off when I do legs, and I prefer to
Same.
be shoeless, just with my socks on when I do certain exercises. Then I'll put them back on after. But unless no one's ever just seen me, and I kind of just got away with it. But that would be very odd. But I mean,
I
I
know.
get it. You have all these rules, and it's a liability thing. And if you drop a weight on on your foot, and they could try to sue, it's a big company, right? Like if you try to sue a Good Life, like they don't want to go through with that, right?
Yeah, they're already like $50,000 in debt. Yeah. Okay, so he changed cardio, 35 minutes, 6 days a week. What about food? Did he change anything there?
Who's a little bit lower, nothing crazy. Then I still feel good.
Did he
Yesterday, I
take any Sorry?
yesterday I started feeling like hungry.
That's good.
Weird, because that's like my first time I felt hungry. Like even if I spaced out my meals good. Maybe because I worked a double, I was at both jobs. I was like go, like running around all day. Maybe that's why too. But and then I hit a new low this morning. So I mean it makes sense.
Do
So I
that.
can you feel like when you are gonna hit a new low the next morning, like in prep? Like you can kind of feel like, okay, either you're going to bed hungry or you just feel more sluggy and like hungrier or tired throughout the day. I'm like, okay, I know I'm gonna wake up later tomorrow. Like that's always how it goes for me in prep. It's so weird.
I don't get hunger cues until I'm like 5 weeks out.
True.
So, for me, it's like I feel very nauseous. That's when I'm like, I'm hitting a new low tomorrow. Or when I have like this is so gross, like I have a really good shit. That's when I'm like, "Okay, I'm hitting a new low today." Or if my stomach just feels like flat,
Yeah.
that's when I know.
Like not inflamed at all.
Yeah, yeah.
So you feel like
But
that to bed and you wake up feeling like that and then you go to the bathroom and then you weigh yourself. You're like, let's go.
you're like, "Yeah." So, I know, like, when I'm in prep and, like, coach takes away something that I love, let's say, like, sourdough bread or muffins. Are you, like, a type of person where you're like, "Shit."
Yeah. So my breakfast has oatmeal and sourdough bread. As of this change, I don't have bread in my breakfast, just oatmeal, which is, but I always choose my breakfast option for my last meal, or I have been for the last like probably month or two now. But that meal still has sourdough bread in it. So I'm happy with that. I'd rather have like my breakfast and with my bread at night and then just have my in the morning.
I
So I'm
love
okay.
that.
Like the bread in the morning was a bonus, but having it at night still is I prefer. So
I
we'll
like
hold
it.
on as long as we can.
We like the bread.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
We'll go with you. So we need a little update on this last episode. You told the peeps that you're trying a new peptide to try to get record.
No, I only talked about that at the Cora episode. Yeah. My off season currently, I'm now 5 months post show, 4 months.
That's crazy. But who's counting?
December, January, February. I'm counting. I don't know about you, but I'm counting.
We know.
So 20 weeks post show today, kind of crazy.
Are you going to be like nuts, like posting their check in 60 weeks post show?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yes. Yeah, we know.
And I love that he does that. No, I stopped posting my check-ins as of like this week. So that was my last one. Cause like not a lot's gonna change right now. Realistically. It's just we hit today I hit my highest weight. So we hit my weight cap. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of like, what the fuck? But I knew it was coming because yesterday was a high day and I woke up like a pound and a half lighter than today's weight. And I was like, usually after a high day, I gain like a pound and a half and then it drops back down. So I'm not worried, but I definitely think that this is the week where he's going to drop my food. And I'm kind of here for it because I'm done eating, guys. Like, me and food are not friends. But yeah, I still feel good. Slept like 7.5 hours today, which was really nice.
Listening.
And well, this is the big thing is, I'm pretty open about this, but I started a new peptide. Today was my 3rd week injecting. So I'm injecting 2 times a week. It's called kisspeptin. For those that don't know, kisspeptin is known as the libido peptide, but it does more than just, help with libido. It helps secrete FSH and LH levels in both men and women, which is something that is not very heard of for both sexes. Is it just secretes or helps your body produce its natural FSH and LH levels. And for those that don't know, if a woman's FSH and LH levels are really, really low, they can't ovulate. And if you can't ovulate, you can't have a period. So the whole point right now is to make sure that we get all the numbers up because my estrogen's low, my LH is low, and my FSH is low. So in order for me to get an ovulation cycle and then get my period, I need my FSH and LH levels to rise. With that being said, now this is week 3 on it, and I've noticed a few things. Very minimal, but it's something that I've definitely been like, "Oh, this is strange." I've noticed I'm much more emotional, and I had a conversation with someone about this a few weeks back, but I realized that I've just been very mellow the last few months, the last few years. Like, I don't really cry. I can get frustrated, but my emotions are very mellow. And someone can tell me some like really bad news, and I'll be like, oh, I should probably cry. Like, this is sad. And I don't. So it was the first time where I had like a rush of emotions come in. There was a lot of things going on in the last 2 weeks, like on personal life, and I was getting really emotional. So that's a good sign. I'm really happy about that. Definitely hotter body temperature. And I've noticed I'm sweating more at the gym, which I'm really happy about because it's really hard for me to sweat. So just like, especially at the end of a leg day, I started like dripping in this cold weather, which is again, not like me.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of sorry.
The
So that's
body
kind
is
of
doing
that.
its thing. And you've like tried doing all the factors and you still are. Like this is kind of like the last thing you're trying to get everything leveled out again.
Yeah, I think
You've already been doing now this, like I think this is good.
I think it's gonna come because we're gonna be on this for 8 to 12 weeks, I believe. And I think I'm also much more calm now because I've come to the realization that if I need to take this year off from the stage, it's okay. And I will be fine. And it's okay if I do another regional show. It's not a step back. If anything, it's a step forward. It's just more time for me to, bring a better package. Like, I don't just wanna step on stage to step on stage. I wanna step on stage and be competitive, and if that means a little bit more time in a very uncomfortable situation, that's okay for me.
Now, taking more time off, like not only to grow and improve is always good, more time the better, but also like now you've gone so far into this journey of getting things back on track and like you've tried to cover all the bases and you still are. Hop into a prep to almost be like, well, I did all the things and like nothing happened. Now you're kind of going back into a prep and then almost setting yourself back to maybe not step one, but you're going to feel like you've backtracked a little bit and then you're going to have to start that process over again because now you're just prolonging the process, if that makes sense.
Which is what I did last year, right? Is like I did prolong the process and it sucks. It sucks. I had a great season. Like don't get me wrong. I'm really proud of the package we brought. I'm so thankful for like I had to experience that honestly. And I'm glad that I did, but it's definitely time to focus on health. And it's not like I'm really changing. Like I'm still gonna be eating my 6 meals a day. Oh, I guess it was my birthday too.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that like I get really anxious about is when I do let myself take like a free meal or like go eat something different. I get really anxious about it. And I think that stress in itself, like, isn't helping me. So I basically planned my week out as my birthday was Friday the 13th. I missed a few meals, had cake, woke up the next day, it was fine. And then Monday I celebrated with my parents. So again, skipped a few meals like to replace for cake. And then I had like my mom made grilled chicken for me and I had veggies. Like I'm being mindful. I'm obviously like trying not to skip as many meals as possible, but sometimes it's just how the day went. And I'm not gonna be like, oh, I have to eat this meal and then this meal. Like I'm a
Yeah,
bikini competitor. I'm not an open bodybuilder,
yeah,
you know?
exactly. And you were so like, we went out for your birthday, went axe throwing, and we had like the best time. We came back to your house. We had some girl time. You had some treats, and then you spent time with your family. Like you were being so present and you weren't stressed about your meals or talking about them so much. And then after the weekend, you kind of reflected saying, oh my God, I'm actually proud of myself versus like, I fucked up. Like, oh my God, like I can't do that ever again. Like you were actually looking at it on a positive note versus like trying to punish yourself for it afterwards.
Yeah. And I took a rest day the next day. Like,
Yeah, it's like you had to wake up or time your workouts and these outings around, well, if I eat this tonight, I'm gonna have to train tomorrow to help burn it up like that. You can't that's very like that's not a good way to think. And then you're just gonna fall back into those other patterns. And the next day you just hopped back on your plan and we moved along and the week went on. Now you're good.
yes. And crazy thing, I've never sent a check-in the day after I took like an off-plan meal or the day that like I missed something. So it was actually really, really funny. Sorry, it was really great to hear the feedback that my coach gave me. And it wasn't like, oh, you fucked up or like, oh, you're a bad athlete. It was like, sorry, you missed a meal. You had cake. Like he was shocked. He was surprised, but he was, I think, in a way, he was proud because he knew that I was very, very like, I was starting to become obsessive again. So I think he was happy that I kind of let myself be a human being and detach from that bodybuilding identity, which we talk about all the time. So yeah,
And he encourages that balance in the off season, which I think any coach should do too, because this is life. This is not like we're not robots and we're in the off season and it's not like you go balls to the wall and like one off meal leads to the next, to the next, to the next, and like we fall off completely.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
You can still keep track of your progress. You're still making progress. One thing here and there is not going to kill you. It's not going to throw off your plans or what he has planned in your plan. Like that's good.
It's so good, and it's so nice to also, like you said, be able to be present while I'm having these, like, outings or, like, experiences, but also, like, allowing myself the leniency to say, like, "Hey, you know what? Like, I had my muffin yesterday, and I missed that, and I looked forward to my muffin," you know? But I did notice that I definitely feel, like, way more full on my high days than I do when I take an off-plan meal. Maybe it's just because I missed a few meals, but
Yeah, because you'd miss one or two and then eat. Like it's kind of balancing itself out. It's
yeah.
different.
Yeah, but aside from that, um, yeah, that's kinda what we've been what I've been doing. I'm excited to see what he says about this week and if he's gonna end up being like, okay, like let's drop calories, or if he's gonna be like, actually, I don't want to listen to you.
Or maybe now that you're at your like the weight that he wanted you to be, like your weight cap, maybe he'll want you to maintain this for a little bit.
Stay here.
Yeah, 'cause that's
But
what
we might have to drop the weight though. I mean, drop the food.
yeah, because I guess you're continuing to go up. So if he drops it a bit and then you kind of maintain that.
And I'm okay with it. Like, by all means, like the only thing I'm like, I wish that he would take away is like the rice cakes and the fruit in my second and third meals. Cause it's like I have my normal like chicken, rice, or salmon and rice with veg. And then on top of that, it's like 100 grams of fruit plus rice cakes, and then same thing for the other meal. So it's just a lot. And then on my high days, it's like even more rice cakes and more fruit. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
You're like, I'm always eating fruit. I love the fruit.
What's your go-to fruit? Or does it depend on the meal?
Blueberries. Blueberries. I had 200 grams of berries in my post-workout meal, and I would do like just blueberries. There's a few times where like, because Nick likes pineapple, we always have pineapple in the fridge, so or in the freezer too. So sometimes like if we have extra, I'll do like 100 berries and then 100 pineapple and mix
Oh,
it up.
love that.
Breakfast, I always do blueberries.
Blueberries.
Love that blueberries. I'm a blueberry girl. Like I've always loved blueberries. Even as a kid, I would always have them frozen and just like eat them one by one.
Yes, yes. I do blueberries for breakfast. My last meal has 100 grams of fruit, so I do strawberries to like mix it up, and I'll make chocolate covered strawberries.
Oh, with the
Yeah,
protein.
with my creamy on the side, and then post-workout is pineapple because pineapple's just really quick acting and it has benefits like post-workout, so I like it that way, but definitely definitely a blueberry girl too.
Blueberry girl. Yeah. Has what's it called? It has something in it that helps break down the proteins too.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that in separate podcasts before. I swear we have. Pineapple? Because I stopped eating apples because I realized they were, like, kinda making me a little constipated, but it's because it's harder for them to break down.
It's heavier. Yeah, and plus if you eat the pineapple with like I had it with chicken or whatever, and it's bromelain that's in the pineapple that helps break down the proteins. It's like a massive like protein digesting enzyme.
Well, that's perfect then, it goes hand in hand.
It is delicious. Yep.
Interesting.
It's a win-win.
Do you do frozen pineapple?
Yeah, like we'll buy the fresh ones. Nick likes to cut it up and then freeze some and then have some in the fridge.
Okay.
We don't buy the frozen pineapple, like we literally just freeze our own pineapple fresh,
Oh,
which I like better because it tends to be juicier. Just tastes like
really? I just buy the frozen ones because it's cheaper long term, and I eat so much pineapple, like, I can go through the whole bag in, like, 6 days, but yeah, I like to put it in the air fryer and, like,
that's grilled pineapple's a thing, like all at these Brazilian steak. That's why they offer a bunch of pineapple at these steakhouses and like the Brazilian steakhouse. What's it called?
cabana.
Yes, when I went there, it
Love
was
that
a
place.
grilled pineapple, but they give it to you because it has that bromelain in it. It actually complements all the meat that you're
Oh
eating.
my god, yeah. They're kinda smart, eh? Brazilians, they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. I I air fry it, like, grill it, I guess, in a way, but all the juices get a little burnt and crispy so I can, like, off of the it's so good. Okay, wow. Nice little yap session.
I love our yap sessions. We should get into a little bit of like, because obviously we're a bit into 2026 now, and we've talked about the New Year stuff, the January pressure that people feel getting into the new year, and all these things you see online that people feel pressure to do or to sign up for or to buy to like become a healthier version of you. People just get so overwhelmed. But I feel like we didn't talk about a lot of the other stuff, like more gym related and like fitness related, like people getting into the gym. They're in the gym now, they're working out, and now they see all these ads that you need this. I don't know, like these fat reducing creams or pills and just stuff that I know as a society today, like it's gotten really well to squash all of these things. And like that a lot of it is just marketing and false information. So I like that it's very out there now, but I feel like we still see it.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
just generic things that people do, even for recovery, that could be like ice baths, which is, I love ice baths, ice cold plunges and stuff like that. But there are times when to do it that could be more beneficial. I guess we can just get right into it. Like with the ice bath thing, people love it for recovery. I do too. Love it. I'm trying to do more time each time we go to the spa or at the gym. Like I try to go in for longer each time because it's more of it's a mental thing too. It's a good way to challenge yourself mentally. And also it does help with recovery, more of that contrast therapy type deal. But I hear people wanting to do it after their workouts, and just from a research side of things, you should probably wait. Research does say to wait about 4 hours after your workout to do anything ice related, because after a workout, we want to keep, we cause inflammation. We want to keep that because inflammation means healing. So you take that away right away with ice or an ice bath or whatever. You're constricting that. You're taking the inflammation away. So now your body's going to recover a bit slower. You're taking away white blood cells from the area. You're reducing blood flow, which we need after a workout.
Yeah.
So ice baths are a huge yes, but doing it about 4 hours post workout. That's my only suggestion.
But ice baths are not good for women who are trying to regulate their hormones. Yeah. So anyone that has like high cortisol, irregular cycles, especially if you're in prep and you have low body fat, you're actually like stiffening those joints out. So let's say like, and in the winter too, it makes it a little bit worse. But ice baths can actually like increase cortisol, which I found out from my gynecologist a few months ago because I asked her, I was just like, would you rather me like go heat or cold? It actually lowers estrogen very temporarily for a short period of time because when your body's in a response of like fight or flight mode, it will turn back what it's supposed to process and it'll try to like store as much of the estrogen that it can instead of like, instead of producing it, it'll savor it. So I feel like there's a time and a place for the ice baths.
Yes, that's definitely something to consider.
You also have to think like if you have hyperthyroidism or if like you have hypothyroidism, it's going to be more beneficial for someone who has hypothyroidism to try to, reduce the estrogen. Whereas someone who has hyperthyroidism or someone who like just has low estrogen as it is, low body fat, like you're go for the heat, go sit in the sauna. Like that is just going to be more beneficial for you. But ice baths definitely have a time and a place. And I feel like if you want to do ice baths, ask yourself, like, what is the reasoning behind the ice bath? Why? Because Kim K does it.
Yeah. And like you said too, it does, because it's could be detrimental for those with those types of issues going on. It's just another way to stress out the body because now it's like, oh my God, I'm freezing. I had a like cortisol rises, it's trying to heat up your body again. So yeah, people with anything with thyroid issues, like any autoimmune, like Hashimoto's or something, any stress from the body can have a flare up right away because of that stress. So even like I do when it comes to injuries and stuff, I tell my clients because back then, I don't know,
Back
not
in my day.
back in my day, I don't know. It's like that old school way. People are like, oh, you tweak your knee or you hit your knee or you roll your ankle, throw ice on it right away because it's inflamed. But it depends how extensive that injury is. If it's more of an acute, obviously, if it just happens, it's more of an acute injury. It goes to the same thing, going back to we don't want to put ice on it right away because now we're in the inflammation part and that's the healing part. You don't want to take that away just yet because now recovery's going to be long.
100%.
You just said. So it depends how extensive the injury is. Sometimes when the inflammation is way too much, the body can't handle it, or it's going to cause other issues. Yeah, throw some cold on there, calm it down a bit, only for a short amount of time. But the less we can put ice on something acute, the better. Either with like an injury or when it comes to just trying to recover post workout, like directly after your workout.
Okay.
So that's like my little take on ice and ice baths when it comes to recovery and injuries.
Which it does make sense. Like you said, there is a time and a place, and it can benefit a specific individual, but I don't think you need ice baths to get to your goals, which is what a lot of people on social media are saying nowadays. It's like you need an ice bath to lose weight, or you need an ice bath if you're injured. Like, listen to your massage therapist, guys.
One of the biggest game changers in my clinical practice has been becoming certified as an advanced movement therapist. I use this AMT system in my practice to guide clinical decision making and measure change before and after each session. Without guessing, I can clearly assess what's working, validate the effectiveness of my treatments, and confidently communicate progress to my clients. With the AMT system, you'll gain the knowledge and tools to deliver precise, effective treatments by mastering your approach to functional neurology and movement therapy. So if you're a therapist, trainer, or clinician looking for better outcomes, stronger clinical reasoning, and more confidence in your treatment approach, check out the AMT certification by clicking the link in the description.
Listen to your massage therapist, okay?
Listen to her.
Listen to her. What's
You know,
another big thing? Waist trainers.
waist trainers, this could be okay. This could be a good one because, like, I am a if you see me doing cardio, I'm wearing my waist trainer in prep.
Same.
But that's because, yeah, I feel like for me personally, a waist trainer, obviously you can't wear it too tight because you're literally squashing everything. And it's not going to make you skinny. It's not going to make you reduce fat.
It's not
PSA. Sorry to break your heart, but no, it's not.
gonna go home and cry.
I personally wear it because if I'm doing cardio for a long period of time, I find just when I'm in my zone, I'm doing my thing, I'm listening to my music, listen to a podcast, I tend to want to sway back and arch my back. And now my core is lengthened and turned off, and my back is now being compressed. So I get low back pain. And I hear a lot of people say the same thing. Like when I'm walking outside, I get back pain. I'm like, well, how are you walking? What do you look like? How are you breathing properly? I have gotten a lot better with this myself, focusing on my breathing and just what I'm activating and what I'm thinking of while I'm doing cardio. So I use it just because I feel like it helps cue me a bit to stay in that better position, not like sway back. I tend to like bring my belly button to my spine more and I feel more upright. That's why I use it and it just keeps me stable. Mm, If you're using it to help you lose weight, it's not going to help you lose weight. And, if you're not getting your diet in check, you're not getting your cardio in check, you're not getting your lifestyle in check, and you're stressing all this, and you're using a waist trainer to try to help you lose weight, I'm sorry, you're wasting your time and your money. And it's probably doing more damage on your body than good because now you're probably wearing it too tight too, and you're squishing everything, and your organs don't like it, and your ribs don't like it.
So there's different types of waist trainers too. Nikki has the one where she can attach each clip, right? It's multiple. I have the one where you slide it in and it's like Velcro. Okay. I wear my waist trainer in prep and off season. I know Nikki says that she only wears hers during cardio. I wear mine during cardio, but I also wear mine first thing in the morning. And I'll explain why, and it'll all make sense. A lot of people will use a belt, like a lifting belt. I cannot wear one. I actually just bought a new one and I can't wear one. I have this thing called rib subluxation. Basically, my rib falls out of place because the ligaments aren't strong enough. And if you've been following along, low estrogen, joints damage high. So with that being said, my joints are very loose and they don't really sit in place on where my ribs are supposed to be. When I'm breathing very heavily on the Stairmaster, my ribs are moving, obviously, and it's very hard for me to not feel my rib pop out. Like it happens very regularly. And then first thing in the morning, I'm very stiff because I've been in the same position for, let's say, 6 to 8 hours. So because of that, I like wearing it because it kind of helps me remind myself I need to breathe from my stomach and not from my rib. So for me, it's more a reminder. Um, and also, I'm going to be completely transparent here. It's extremely psychological for me. I don't, probably for Nikki too, but it's so psychological. I, in my head, know I'm not gonna lose more weight. I'm not gonna become skinnier. My waist isn't gonna be snatched because I'm wearing a waist trainer. I wear it because it's psychologically, I'm like, I feel like it compresses me a little bit and makes me feel better. It allows me to think about my breathing, but it only compresses very soft tissue very temporarily. It doesn't actually change the structure of your body. It doesn't burn any fat in your waist. And we talked about this on the episode with Tom a little bit, but like it can impair your breathing mechanics, like the way that you breathe. And over time, it can actually affect your automatic response to breathing. So like if you're breathing from your diaphragm or if you're breathing from your chest. Sorry, I just babbled a lot about that.
I did see it right before you.
But with that being said, use code Elinor Slim Tum.
Oh,
I do actually like their waist trainers a lot, but yeah, like you don't need a waist trainer to lose weight is basically what we're trying to say here. Like there's a reasoning. I'm not gonna tell you that you don't need one. I'm not gonna tell you that you need one. Do what works best for you, and you have to figure out why you're doing it, but don't think that you need to spend money on something that you don't.
yeah. Train your own waist first. Breathe. Do your
Yes.
debunk. Do your bird dogs. Do your breathing. Do your vacuums. All the things. That's how you really train your waist.
Yes.
Moving on. Let's talk about detox teas.
Girl.
When I was in high school and I first started getting into fitness, you would see this stuff everywhere, like the detox teas, the green tea, all these different pills to take,
I know
water juice cleanses, like they were hot on the market. And I almost fell into this trap. Like I
almost.
started trying, yeah, I was trying these detox teas and all I did was you literally feel skinny because you shit yourself. Like you would drink this tea at night, wake up, and like I would wake up with the worst stomach pain. I'm like, what's going on? And like I just had to go to the bathroom. And once that was done, I felt like it just gives you the worst diarrhea ever. And like, that's not good. People say, yeah, that's normal because it's clearing you out and it's decreasing all your fat and whatever. It's like, no, it's actually stressing your body out. So you're not digesting any of your food. And that's why it's coming out like that. You
No,
take
yeah,
nutrients if you have diarrhea 24/7. Like, it doesn't make you skinny.
it doesn't. But then you have clients coming to you and being like, "Yeah, but I lost 5 pounds." Okay, but, like, who's to say that's fat?
Because you just shit out all the water in your body. It says you just shit out 5 pounds of water.
Do you know what's better? If you do, like, a 24-hour fast, and sometimes that's actually really beneficial, you'll probably lose the same amount of weight because all of the water is gone.
I know.
Do you remember
And though
Arbonne?
oh yeah. See, there's so many of these pyramid schemes going on too with all this detox stuff. And they're still out there. Like these pyramid
Oh,
schemes are
yeah.
definitely still out there, but people are squashing a lot more and there's a lot more of like warning on these things. But you still see it like skinny tea, detox tea, like it's all there.
Or, like, random supplements that people say, like, "Oh, you have to drink this," or "This is so beneficial for you."
Yeah, or like like the fat burning or fat burner pills too that are just like shoved with all different sorts of green tea, this, caffeine, that, and like you just get the weird jitters and like you
Just
just feel
take
like,
pre-workout. It'll literally do the same thing. It's probably cheaper.
or just get your diet and cardio in check and your lifestyle good, bring your stress down, drink your water, and then you're feeling fantastic. You don't need all these stimulants and poo poo pills in your body.
Pills?
Poo poo pills, that's what I call them.
Or I've had clients, like, overly abuse vitamin C.
Mm, or like dandelion root. See, these I take peak week when we're trying to drop
Same.
water, vitamin C and dandelion root. But I could see why people definitely abuse that.
It makes sense.
It's temporary. It will help you drop water and like access inflammation if it's there and really only noticeable when you're extremely lean. That's why it's only introduced in peak week, not all of the time.
You have to get to a certain threshold with your body first before you introduce any supplements.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, I'm going to take some of vitamin C. Like we you said, your clients are probably taking it because they notice something. But it's like, well, did you have an off meal? Like, did you like that's why you're inflamed and have this like You don't need that to kind of cancel it out, if that makes sense.
And also, you don't know how your body's gonna react to these, like, supplements, like the detox teas, right? And like Nikki mentioned, the digestion with it can actually cause severe damage long term, like, severe damage of your gut lining. And then, let's say 5 years from now where you're like, "Hey, I'm actually, like, I wanna be eating, like, healthier foods. I wanna be eating more nutrient-dense foods." You might have actually affected the way that your body digests food for a long period of time. Like, this isn't something to play around with. Do your research. If you need to, ask ChatGPT, honestly. Like, talk to your doctor, but don't just take anything that, like, someone with 300,000 followers on Instagram takes. Because just because 'cause they're showing it to you doesn't mean that you can watch them use it every single day. Just
Exactly.
saying.
If someone tells you jump off a bridge, are you gonna jump off a bridge?
Probably. If Jaden told me to jump off a bridge, I'd probably jump off a bridge.
Nice hot piping detox tea waiting for me on the other side of that bridge. Let's go.
Yeah, jump.
Like,
Please don't. I kinda need you.
I know. I'm dead. Well, let's go into you probably want to talk about this one about like the alcohol thing. Some people can also abuse that
Yeah, so
into your story a little bit already in like one of our very first episodes, but I
yeah.
want a little summary. I'll let you go on a little tangent with this one.
So I actually just did an online course through PESI. If people don't know what that is, it's like, do you know what PESI is?
I actually don't. So this is educational to me right now.
So PESI is like an online certification. So we have to get credentials as psychotherapists every year, and you have to do continuing educations. So PESI is a place where you can get continuing educations. And I've been doing it since I was in my undergrad, just because I'm interested in like various topics in the mental health stream. And one of the things that a lot of people talk about is how eating disorders and addictions go very hand in hand. So much so that, like, I've talked about my experience. I would not eat all day, and then I would go out drinking with my friends, and then there were days where I would drink by myself, or, like, I'd invite someone, or me and my roommate at the time would, like, have, like, wine nights, which ended up me learning that, okay, sugary drinks aren't gonna make me lose weight, but drinks that have no calories in them, no calories, that have no extra sugars or added, like, things are gonna dry me out the next day. And that's what I would do. So I would not eat all day, and then I would drink, and then I would wake up the next day and I would feel very, very light. I felt empty, but I felt like crap, guys. Like, when I say like crap, I felt exhausted, nauseous. It would mess my sleep. It impairs just the functioning. Like, I remember always feeling groggy the next day, obviously, because that's what alcohol makes you do. But especially when you don't have any food or nutrients in you, it's the same thing with the detox tea. When alcohol can't absorb food, I'm saying that right. When you don't have food in your system, alcohol doesn't absorb the food to kinda, like, get it out of your system. It absorbs what you have. So if you have nothing, it absorbs your gut lining. It affects your digestion. It affects the way that you go to the bathroom. And it's not like 1 to 2 days. It's like last weeks. It could last months. Obviously, it affects your liver and your kidney. The one thing that I think people need to understand is alcohol actually disrupts your appetite the next day. So it either makes you feel really, really hungry, or like me, it would just make you not want to eat anything because you feel nauseous, which I loved. I used to love that feeling of like, I don't want to eat anything because I'm not hungry. It alters your hormone signaling, especially from your hypothalamus. So, like, it doesn't secrete the energy levels that it needs to throughout your body. Impairs protein synthesis. There's so many things that it does, but I used to do this so much, and I actually have friends that still do this that'll tell me, like, I don't wanna eat anything before I drink because I wanna feel skinny. Like, I like that feeling of feeling skinny the next day, and I don't wanna, like, diagnose, because there's a difference between eating disorder and disordered patterns, but that is so disordered to think I need to use and abuse alcohol to make myself feel better about myself. Just think about it like that. That's
So,
insane.
because it also dehydrates you. And like alcohol is dehydrates you completely. So that's also why you feel skinny the next morning and you feel lighter because you're literally dehydrated. That's why, like, when people say, oh, you've you start drinking, then you go to the bathroom, oh, you broke the seal. It's because it's trying to go through you. It's going out because your body's trying to get rid of it because it's dehydrating you. It's getting rid of all your water and everything else in your body. Then in the morning you wake up dry. And that's why like sometimes you'll see people like, why are these bodybuilders the night before a show having a shot? And this is why, because it helps dry you out more, but that's only because you're super lean and it's going to carry over to the next day to help with your look on stage. But then that's also why it could be detrimental with people going into this sport too. They see that happening, they experience it for themselves, and then they take that pattern and carry it over to their everyday life after the show, which isn't good. Again, it's one of those things that are quote unquote normal that we do day before a show as bodybuilders that shouldn't be or literally can't be a normal thing in real life because it could get exactly with that, how you just explained.
Well, I think about it like a protocol, right? So, like, if it's not in my protocol, I'm not going to do it. My protocol said, for example, for my show, I remember Jaden was like, I don't want to give you, like, you don't need a shot because you're too dry. And if I give you a shot, you're going to be overly dry. Like, we want to make you fuller, not drier. So he was like, it's better for you not to have a shot. And I was like, okay, this is a protocol. Did I end up having a shot? I did, but it's fine. There's another purpose to that. But
Coach
there's
was
like
there.
a
He was
yeah,
there.
there's a there's a protocol set in place, and like I think the reasoning behind me doing it is because I couldn't. He was like, we can just fill you out more the next morning, and we wanted to have like a nice little enjoyment out of it. Yeah, that's why I had a shot. Anyways, but with that being said, sorry.
I had one with you too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why. Like, we wanted to make a little nice event out of it. I had all my people there, so it was great. But with that all being said, there's a difference between like drinking alcohol because you hate yourself and you want to make yourself feel better because of the alcohol, or when you're, let's say, getting a protocol the night before a show or 2 days before a show or what the day of the show for a purpose of looking a certain way on stage, right? Everything we do in bodybuilding, when you get a protocol, there's a reasoning behind it. It's not just to make yourself feel better. Half of the time in prep, we feel like shit. So it's not like you're doing anything to make yourself feel better about yourself. You're doing it for a protocol that's given to you. Oh my God, I used to be so scared of this because like culturally, I feel like it's very much like things that our parents have heard that taught us, but your body doesn't know what time is what. It doesn't. My biggest piece of advice for someone saying like I can't eat after 8 p.m. is what time do you go to bed? Like I ask them, what time do you go to bed? You probably need like an hour before you go to bed and you're fine. It's basically just for digestion because think about it like this, like when you're sitting upright or when you're moving your body, more blood flow goes to your digestive tract. So when you're eating, it can actually digest properly. That's why if you eat right before bed and then you go to bed, you wake up a little bit bloated, is because your body hasn't digested the food that you just ate literally a few hours ago, because now your stomach is flat and you're closing your digestive tract. You're closing your body's ability to digest the food that it needs to. Whereas if, let's say, you wait an hour before bed to eat, you're giving yourself enough time to digest the food and to let it break down properly. But it doesn't matter if you're in a calorie deficit. It doesn't matter if you're in a calorie surplus. If you eat after 8 p.m., it it doesn't change anything.
Yeah. And like, if someone asks me that or tells me that too, like I don't want to eat after 8 or after 7, I do ask why and ask what time I go to bed too, because when you're going to sleep, your body goes into that rest and digest. But like, if it's just focusing on digesting all of your food, it doesn't have time or energy to do other things, like other recovery aspects when you're sleeping. So I do say that too, like wait, especially if you are eating a little bit more before bed, or in your meal plan, if you are on a meal plan, you tend to eat a little bit more. That could be a lot to put in your system and go right to sleep. You could feel heavy. You could feel like it's like people say, I feel like my food's stuck in my throat kind of thing because like they're laying down. But when it comes to like a fat loss perspective, your body doesn't know what time it is. And it doesn't say, shit, it's 8:01, time to store this as fat. Like it doesn't do that. I just say keep everything consistent as much as you can. Like if you can eat at the the same time each night and then have your bedtime right after that, like maybe an hour or whatever after, then that's great. But whatever works with your schedule. But eating after 8 does not mean you're going to store everything as fat. And that's usually when
Yes.
people say that. So we're trying to squash that.
Yeah, and a lot of the time, like, eating after 8 p.m., people do it because it's, like, an emotional thing, right? Emotional eating right before bed. You're just like, "I feel like crap," or, like, "I had a bad day," or, like, if you're having, like, a little binge, you go to bed because you feel just that guilt or you don't wanna think about anything, so you use food as a way to help with the emotional stability. So it could be mindless, careless. Maybe you're snacking right before bed. I know that happens a lot, but don't let, like Nikki said, anything you eat after 8 p.m. turns into fat because that's not a thing. Like circadian timing, your body doesn't know. So we could talk a little bit about like what actually determines fat gain. So it's the total energy intake throughout the entire day, week, over the total amount of energy that you're actually expending over time. So if it's 8:01 p.m. and you ate, like your metabolism doesn't just shut off.
It's a matter of a bunch of factors. Like you're now in a calorie surplus over a long period of time. Yes, you're going to gain weight. Or sometimes too, if you do have to eat a little bit later at night, I know for me sometimes like my timing, I'm busy throughout the day and I have to eat my last meal a little bit later, and that's fine. And if it was deep in off season, this meal is like 300 grams of rice, 400 grams of rice. I'm going to wake up a little bit heavier than I usually do because I did eat a little bit later. And I don't prefer to do that because I like to give myself about an hour or two before bed just so I can go into sleep already, like in recovery mode, and my body's not trying to digest my food all night long. I can recover other things. But sometimes we're not all perfect and it happens. But I will notice the next day, oh my God, I'm sitting a little bit higher because I ate so late, and that's fine.
Yes, yes.
I didn't gain fat because I ate late. It's literally just because I ate late.
Well, calories are metabolized the exact same way at 7:55 and at 8:05.
Exactly. Our body doesn't know what time it is.
No, no.
Fueling shouldn't feel like a second job, especially when you're deep in prep, reverse, or just balancing real life. Prep Shop Toronto provides daily ready-made meals and bulk protein options that keep you consistent without spending hours cooking or tracking your meals. When nutrition is handled, your energy is steadier, recovery feels smoother, and your mind isn't stuck in food with math all day. That means less decision making, better training focus, and more mental space to actually live your life outside of the gym. Head to Prep Shop Toronto or email hello@prepshop.ca and use code Elinor at checkout.
What else? What other things out there that are normalized?
Uh,
No rest days. We kind of went on a tangent about this. Like sleep is for the weak. No, you need sleep. I'm literally a grandma. Okay, I make sure I schedule my day so I get minimum 8 hours a night. Like that's something I'm really good at.
give
Some
me some.
I know I'm very lucky to say that. Like I'm a very good sleeper. I prioritize my sleep because I know how I feel if I don't, and that's something like where I'm down in bed 9:30 the latest. My last meal is eaten. I'm relaxing. Me and Nick will hang out on the couch. We'll chat, and then we'll go up to bed for like 9:30, 10.
It's not.
Like I have that non-negotiable.
Uh, I don't wanna get too much into this one, but definitely would like to have a professional or someone that, like, knows what they're did you
Yeah,
see
or cold or something. Yeah.
I'm sorry, a coach or someone that's, like, definitely more knowledgeable about peptides, but we definitely want to just address the fact that peptides are kinda like a supplement where you can't just add it in for a goal or purposes that need there's a purpose for each peptide, but you need to get the roots first. So training, diet, recovery. Those are your top 3. Like, those are literally your top 3 peptides, and any other supplementation is an additive. It's a supplement. You supplement it for something else, or you add it in when you've perfected those 3 roots. Um, and I find, like, now the peptides are being how do I say? peptides are just kind of being thrown at people, and everyone thinks that I just need this peptide and I'm going to be fine. Like I'm going to hit my goal because of that. Take me, for example, like I didn't take any peptides until I've hit all three. My nutrition, my diet, and my recovery were 100%, and I still haven't gotten my cycle back. So we added this in because my blood work came back and it didn't change a thing. Like those 3 root things didn't change a thing. And it basically just my body just needs more time and this weight, or I'm anxious and I'd like to get my cycle back. So that's why we added in the peptide. But there was a reasoning behind it. And I just want people to be very cautious and very aware that peptides are still being studied. So you are putting yourself at risk when you're taking it. Like, yeah, there's benefits, but you're still putting yourself at risk. You put yourself at risk when you take pre-workout.
Yeah. It's the hot thing on the market, and everyone's posting about it because everyone has a discount code for it. And there's a million companies out there now because everyone's realizing that they can sell this shit. But for you, it's good that you got your blood work done first. Because I was going to say, yeah, we'll go into a whole other episode about peptides as a whole. Like it will be one episode solely based on that. But it's good that you got your blood work done first. Because I was going to say, getting blood work done first is important, even before hopping on any peptide, because there's inflammatory markers that you may already have that will show in blood work that adding some peptides will make that worse too. And it is good, depending on what you're using the peptide for, to see how it's affecting your body before and after too, just so you know you're getting something out of it. It's benefiting you, and you're spending your money on this stuff. So wouldn't you want it to be worth it? And you want to make sure you're doing it right. It's with anything, right? Why are you taking vitamins? Do you have a deficiency in your blood work? Is your body absorbing it? Or are you just not getting enough throughout the day and you know you're not getting enough throughout the day? So now you're supplementing. It's the exact same thing. It's
100%.
if someone goes, I'm going to take vitamin D just because everyone says to take vitamin D. But it's like, what if you have too much vitamin D in your blood work and you actually have a bit, an underlying thing going on where you have increased levels? And now you're adding it in just because someone told you to take this vitamin because it's good for you. No, girl. So I don't know. It's one of those things. But we'll get into a whole other episode about this and have someone who prescribes it a lot more or is affiliated with a company or something that knows a lot of research about it. Because, yeah, I feel like I can speak on a few things, and so can you, just from our experiences and what we've researched ourselves and with our coach. But let's do a full freaking peptide episode.
I think that would be great. I wanted to add something to what you said. So the whole vitamin D thing, I found out that when I went to go get my blood work done, my cortisol was high. My LDL was high. And for those that don't know, HDL is good, LDL bad. Overall cholesterol is part of the ratio. And I was really confused because I'm like, I'm doing everything possible. Like I'm eating more, I'm less stressed, sleeping more, like what's going on? And I didn't know this, but if you have too much vitamin D, because then I looked at my vitamin D markers. If you have too much vitamin D without K2, it doesn't process properly and it converts to cholesterol. My jaw dropped and I was like, oh, so the supplements that I'm taking too much of them. I need to stop taking that much vitamin D. Crazy.
Right? Like you have to take this deep, even when it comes to just daily vitamins.
Yeah. Don't overdo it. Sometimes doing less
Is
is
more, and we talk about that lots here.
yeah.
Well, this is a really good episode. Like we got into quite a bit when it comes to like adding on to everything we talk about in January of like all the things we feel pressured on to get and buy and do when you don't really need any of that. And squashing what you see on social media. And we're here to keep it real, tell you what you need, what you don't need, and just tell you all the things.
We're here to basically debuttle everything.
Debunk.
Thank you guys so much for listening and following along. And we love hearing all your feedback. It's genuinely so kind and it makes us want to continue these episodes. But if you can do us a big favor, if you're on Spotify, please give us a follow and a like, share if you are listening, tag us on Instagram. Everything is linked down below. If you are on YouTube, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. And again, share if you guys do end up like listening to any of the episodes or have any like feedback or anything that you're like, hey, you guys touched a little bit on this, but we want to hear more. Let us know. We can clearly,
Yeah. That's why I love these yap sessions. We just open up all the things and
all the things.
yeah, I just go deeper into it, I guess. Even like things like this that come up, like there's always things we see on social media or things that people are unsure about. Like just let us know if we've missed anything or things you want us to get into, and we will, would you say debiddle?
Debuttal? Debunk?
Muddle it all. Debunk it all.
Debunk. We debunk it all, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was so much fun. All right. We will see y'all next